Hi, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Havit gaming mouse. This is the HV-MS995GT mouse. Now it comes in this rather great box, and for the mouse itself it's actually a really good quality mouse. There's various buttons on it, so it's got 7 all-in, so it's got your normal buttons as well as 2 buttons on the side which are programmable. In fact, 5 of the buttons are programmable, as well as 2 DPI buttons. This is so you can move the DPI up with increments of 500, 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500 and then 3500 for the DPI, and this is all selectable on the fly. What I'll do is I'll turn the device on so you can have a look at it. The battery is actually pretty low, but there's a reason for this and I'll show you just now. So you can switch it on and off. This is mainly for people that use it as a wireless mouse, and as you can see the lights are flashing, and that means that the battery is ready for dying on it, which is quite a good wee indicator. But the colours on the mouse actually indicate what kind of DPI you're actually running on as well. So I'll turn it back on again, and as you can see, cycling through the colours shows that you are actually successfully changing the DPI of the device. Just turn that back off again just now. But this is a wireless mouse, and you can also use it as a wired one if you so wish. But it's the thing, as you can see here, there's actually rubber coating on either side, which is quite good, not only for grip, but if you're having a particularly heated game session, if your hands are getting sweaty, this does let you hold on to the device properly. And here is the part that you can use as a wireless mouse. If you want, you just plug that into the USB part on your PC, and then you can do it that way. However, for gaming, I prefer to use a micro USB cable for this mouse, and I won't actually do it because it's a wee bit tricky. But it just plugs in right there into the micro USB port on the device, and this is also used for charging. Hopefully this comes up on the camera, but the cable is a good length and it's actually braided as well, so it'll last a lot longer than a normal plastic insulated micro USB cable. And as I mentioned, this is also a way to charge the device whilst you're using it. It actually comes with a very good instruction book in English as well as other European languages, which is included in the box, such as German and French, etc. And you also get a driver disc as well. What this does is it allows you to check the status of the battery and the software for the device itself. However, as mentioned earlier on, the buttons on the mouse are actually programmable apart from the DPI buttons. What this allows you to do is to create your own macros for the game, and if you so wish, you could select different functions for those mouse buttons there. So for talking sake, if you wanted it to be the case that, depending how comfortable it is and depending what game you're playing, you could select different functions if you so wish. It's a very easy mouse to use, and for somebody like me that's actually got very big hands, as you can see, the mouse fits perfectly into my hand and there's no issues there for me. Some mice that I've used before haven't exactly been the best in terms of size, but I can push all the buttons very easily on this, so if you're someone like me with big hands, you won't have a problem in this regard. It's a very high quality mouse, and it's got a weighty feel to it, but it's also the fact that because of the level of customisation for such a low price, I would recommend this over other devices that you can buy online, in shops such as Amazon, because they're actually a lot more expensive. And if this is your first gaming mouse as well, then it's not really worthwhile you spending this extra money on it. Just having to play around with this, it's actually a very good mouse to hold as well. In terms of the build quality overall, I'm very impressed with it. Now, apparently the switches would last for about 1 million presses. This isn't something I've looked into that much when I've just got the mouse, but I don't have any doubt that these claims wouldn't be true. And again, with the buttons on it, they do feel very tactile, they do feel very responsive when you press them, so again, there's no issues there. It's the thing that for those that are really wanting to get a high quality mouse but not wanting to break the bank over it, this is a perfect item for them. And like that, it feels good. It doesn't feel like other gaming mice are of lower price, and sometimes they actually do feel rather cheap and nasty. This isn't the case. I would happily use this as a way to replace my aging Sidewinder X5 mouse. I would have no problem using this as a daily driver, especially with the different functions that are available on it, i.e. the macro keys and the ability to map different buttons on it. The scroll wheel as well is actually very nice. There's a wee degree of resistance to it. I've used some other mice, especially ones that come pre-packaged with OEM PCs from like Dell and HP, and the scroll wheels have been terrible. And the scroll wheel on my Sidewinder X5 is actually starting to go on its way out. So having a scroll wheel that actually carries out a function properly and there is a wee bit of a resistance is great. I would highly recommend this mouse to anyone, and if you are wanting to purchase it, you can do so by clicking on the Amazon links in the description below. And I hope this video has been helpful and informative for you, and I'll see you on the next video.